Hello? So I should first make it very clear, most of this video was quite a while ago now. I believe the very first parts you'll see were almost 2 months ago at this point, because I want everyone to also understand that this was from when Nordcry first came out, with the Sumeru Chronicled banner. So to those of you who are seeing this video and think those are the current banners, it's actually Arlecchino and Zhongli right now instead. Let's go back in the past. Here we go. I suppose depending on how this goes, it'll depend on whether this is a completely different video or part of what I'm already doing right now. Already have C6 Layla. Dory's the last one I wanted to get here. Yeah, I realised since the last time I did the Chronicled Witches that I did, in fact, before when I got Kuki. I was wondering before if it was like only the 4 stars from that nation, and I'm pretty sure that is the case. Hence why it's only been Dory and Layla for the 4 stars. I'm not sure about the 4-star weapons. It could very well be the case as well. Okay. I think that might be my first ever constellation on Sathos, so that's nice. I think this is like 40 pity at this point. Okay, yeah, the weapons aren't based on nation at all. I'm pretty sure I have C5 Falzon, so it would actually be quite nice to get the final constellation for her. I can't think of any other 4 stars from Sumeru. Actually, I probably don't have C6 Candace either. Can't think of anyone else. Well, it looks like it might be Future Max Pity. That's a bit unfortunate. I was hoping I'd maybe get an early. Oh, Collei, of course. I think I might already have a C6 though. Apparently not. Right, I reckon this is the one. This is not. Go on, be a Falzon. That is not Falzon. I swear there's one other 4-star from Sumu that I'm forgetting. Actually, let me... Oh, that was C6! Well, that's actually pretty huge. C1 Dory and C1 Sethos. Oh, Cave. Yeah, Falzon C5, that'd be very nice to get. I can't remember how many wishes it is. Like, just single pulls from this point. I want to use as little wishes as possible. This might take a while. Oh, there we go, perfect. Good thing I did singles.
You want me to introduce myself?
There we go. Please tell me he wants this. That'd be so good for me. Or this one. One of these standard ones. That'd be ideal. Okay, apparently his second and third best are these two. I'm pretty sure it said this is his best. Artifacts, unfortunately, I don't think I've ever farmed this domain. Yep. How are we for Ascensions? Why'd I do this? I'm guessing team-wise.
This had better be important.
It is. Falzon is actually good with him, right? Ideally I would have gotten her C6, but C5 is still good, I'm sure. And then a shield user, right? Probably Layla, if anything. Yeah, I guess just Xiangling for now. Of course, I'm happy about getting him, but I already know very well that it's going to take a while to actually build him. We're in for quite a big time skip here. So I don't think I've changed anything since then. I've done a lot of farming though. Yeah, quite a bit, because I'd spent all the resin during the time that the Stygian Onslaught had the artifact stuff going on. I've also gotten, well, basically all the materials needed for Ascensions. I think the only thing left is just the boss materials, because I don't think that makes the second to last or last one. So first of all, I guess we'll go through the
I
Ascensions.
can see the great deal of effort you put forth.
Yeah, I guess there's a bit of effort. So crit rate is the ascension that goes up, so I guess for the circlet you'd want crit damage. God, he gets a bit angry all the time, huh? Guess we may as well use up these wishes. Also, just a fun fact, if I'm not mistaken, this weapon that I'm using on him now, I actually got quite recently from the standard banner. I think it was literally just a fate that I got from ascending Mizuki, literally from a few videos back. For artifacts, I haven't really looked at which ones are good. Well, this one's obviously going to be good, both crit and attack. I imagine in terms of main stats here, you want attack, animo damage, and then crit damage. Oh, that looks like a nice feather. Gotta say, of course, I really like how you can see that fourth stat that you haven't gotten yet. Seeing as I don't have an animo damage goblet, I may as well do that offset. And then, yeah, I guess I have to do this one. And then the best offset, oh wow, that's quite a good one. Eh. Oh man. Wanderer doesn't happen to scale on defense at all, does it? Oh my, I don't think I've ever seen 30% defense as a substat. Oh my word. Okay, the flower definitely knew what to do there. No way it goes into crit rate again after this. I was gonna say, man. Wanderer might actually have the craziest artifacts out of any character I've got. Let's see what we're looking at here. Ooh. That's actually really nice. I'm not too sure why it says damage bonus for every element. Maybe it's part of his talent. Yeah, I didn't really think to level up the weapon at all. Right, so with the weapon leveled up, we have... Wow. Okay, that's actually really good, I'd say. Also, just a little tip, if you're ever having to fight this boss. You can go around this way. And then go off where that little cave thing is there. Or you can activate this with Dendro. And then just go along this. And literally down here is another way there. I feel like that's a quicker way. Right, first time using Wanderer. Let's see how it goes. Actually, before I get started, I should also mention, well, of course we know C0. But Farazon C5, Xiangling C6, and Layla C6 as well. So if any damage is higher than what it typically would be, it could very well be from that kind of stuff. Be very nice if I had C6 Farazon as well, to be honest, because I know that would go insane.
Too late for regrets.
But it probably had the bursts up, to be honest, as well. Okay. Few thousand at best.
You're dead.
Actually, come to think of it, I haven't leveled his talents at all, have I?
Shine for me, not Goba. Get them.
The wind rises.
I imagine charged attacks in the air are probably the best way of doing damage. To be honest, I thought he was going to do more damage than that. Another thing about this boss, if I can do it, I cannot. If you shoot down this, and then that one goes down, and it also loses the bonus res thing it gets. You'll see the burst. Okay. To be fair, I could also not be using Wanderer that well right now. I'm not too sure. This should be best damage I can achieve because of bursts. Oh, okay, so it's like 8,000. Right, I just looked it up, and apparently this is actually a really good team. I don't know, I guess we'll test it out. I was under the impression before it's best to have multiple elements to swirl with, especially because I think this talent, yeah, literally buffs certain things about him. Guess on the bright side, I doubt I'll be dying with this team.
Have fun with this gift.
The wind rises.
Right, let's see here. Oh! Wait! Wait, no, damage is way higher. What on earth? What? Okay. Never mind, this team is way better. Yeah, okay, 13, 14,000, 15,000. Let's see the burst. 10,000. Okay, yeah. It's definitely way better. I wonder how much better C6 Valsan makes that as well. I guess the best thing to level up is probably normal attack, right? Oh my word, yeah, level 7 straight off the bat. And then maybe skill and then burst? I imagine damage should be way higher now. Ah, okay. So there will be a little Anemo damage bonus, so numbers won't be completely accurate here.
Dare to mess with me. Teamwork is strict. Gears of the storm.
The wind rises.
Holy moly, is that 27,000? 24, 23? Oh wow, okay. Of course, as I said, it won't be completely accurate because of the Anemo damage bonus. But that still means it's quite high regardless. Ah. 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 Of course, right. That's the reality of domains normally, huh? Come to think of it though, I think that's the best set for Kuki, the other one from this domain. Hold on. For context, Kuki's actually one of my most used 4-stars. I always use her in a Hyperbloom team for like Spiral Abyss and everything, with Raiden, Farina and Nahida. Not only have I not been using her ideal set, but one of the artifacts isn't even a 5-star. That's kinda crazy. Right, I don't know if this will be in any kind of video. I imagine it will be in the Wanderer experience if I do include this. First of all, got the final mail from the anniversary. Wait, this is a gadget? I thought this was like a teapot thing. What? Oh wait, what? But the main thing I was going to say is the Imaginarium Theatre reset, and I think there's something new this time. Wait, Hydra, Electra and Geo? Surely that's not going to go well. If I'm not mistaken, no,
Hello, dear friends. Please, right this way.
Okay, never mind, I think they're going to go into it.
A astrologically adept friend of Madame Mage has prepared you a gift.
Because, yeah, I think there's something after Visionary now. There's like 12 acts or something. So, I don't know how you get them, I mean, I'm sure it'll be explained. There's no actual reason to get them necessarily, it's just like a cool little collectible thing, I'm pretty sure. But there are these cards you could get as a reward from something. Oh, can we actually look at the cards here? Oh wow! There's quite a lot of them, huh? Ah, I see, so here's the Lunar mode, so yeah, it's literally just an additional 2 acts. Wait, 28 characters? Oh, okay, I assumed it was after Act 10. Okay, never mind. So they just kind of randomly appear or something. And if you beat both the challenges, you can get one of those cards. There we have it. Kind of a miracle I managed to even kill 3 enemies. Almost 4. You have no idea how long that took me. I don't even want to imagine how difficult getting the Stellars are for those challenges, because, yeah, just getting this one little challenge at the top was already tough enough. Literally got it down to the last second. Right, finally got this weapon leveled up. So now we are... Wow. Right, I think I only need to fight this boss one more time.
Teamwork is strict. Gears of the storm.
Behold.
Ooh. Okay. That's really good damage. Way better than before. My word. Of course, that is with a bunch of buffs from, well, all 3 of these characters, but...
Light it up.
I mean, like,
Wind rises.
I can't remember the exact numbers last time I fought this boss, but it definitely wasn't that high, that's for sure. Alright, I think I just got the exact mushrooms, there we go. So after a bit of leveling up, oh my word, that's a bit of books. Holy moly. That is like seriously good stats. I just need to up the crit damage and it'll be insane. He might actually end up being my best built character at that rate. I guess all I really need to focus on now is just the talents. Right, unless I bother with any more farming, I think this is roughly the best kind of talent levels I can get. It's probably been quite a while now. This Sans somehow has slightly more crit damage, so that's just barely better. These are so cursed, man. Trying to get just a single roll of crit damage on this. Okay. already potentially the best, and it's now the best somehow. The Goblet still is undefeated. I mean, that's kind of understandable. And then I think I found a better... Yes, I did. I think I got this from the strong boxes. Still somehow better than what I had. That's kind of crazy. So now I think his stats are a bit higher. Definitely look higher. In fact, for any of you who care about this stuff, I'll quickly check what he is for the top percent now. He just went from top 25% to top 13%. Right, so it's probably been quite a bit of time, and he has quite a crazy crit ratio. I think the Sands was what got better since whatever you last saw. And I was looking through the artifacts, all of them are really good, but this one could probably be a bit better. And I haven't used this thing in ages. I've just had a whole bunch of this kind of just going up over time because of the theatre. Okay, not ideal, but I'm sure it will level up into something great. And also I know some of those roles are guaranteed to be the ones I chose. I mean, it's still got better, if only by a bit. So now we're looking at... Holy moly. That may as well be 100. For any of you interested in this stuff, I looked on the Akasha website. He's now in like the top 2,200 or something. So he's now within the top 1%. The guy that I've spent like a month building. And then we have a bunch of other characters that I've been building for literal years. Who are like top 4%. But no, this guy somehow tops it all. But on that note, I think we can at least leave it there when it comes to building him. It's been a couple of weeks. I don't know why I just never got round to testing the damage, I guess. So let's try it now. I think this boss is typically a good one to go by because, well, there's no kind of stupid resistance stuff going on. Also, I'll just say nothing about the character's builds has changed since whatever you last saw.
Solidify!
Everybody stand back! Have fun with this gift!
Also, I did learn since then, I think anyway, that it's quite good to use Farzan's skill. Ooh. Okay, I've no idea what he was dealing before, but that looks pretty high. It's basically, yeah, if you use her skill and then do these attacks, her burst energy stuff goes up really quick. Although that being said, it's because of one of her constellations, I think. Okay, I guess we should also test his damage by himself, maybe. So I think the highest he was hitting was around 40,000, with that team anyway, right? I imagine with like Farina or something he probably hits higher, right? Okay, we're looking at about 16,000, right? And I think his crit rate's insane, yeah. Oh my word, 98. So it's basically crit every time. And then without flying it's 11,000. So yeah, not too bad at all. I reckon maybe we should just leave it there. I imagine I've already shown quite a bit. So, with all of that being said, I guess just like with a few of these other videos, I end it with things like, do I regret getting the character? The answer is no. But again, a lot of the reason why I don't really regret them after seeing how their damage is and everything is because I already planned on getting them regardless of how good they were, to be honest. It was a similar case with Ayato. And that's why, if Wanderer isn't meta or wasn't ever considered meta, I don't really care. I just get them because I think their playstyle is very fun. So no, by no means did I regret getting him. I also think it's quite nice because I never really had an Anemo DPS before this. And I mean, especially considering that Farzan C5. Again, it's a shame I don't have the C6, but really puts that to use as well. And also, I think it was the C4, which I slightly mentioned in the battle stuff at the end there. So if you do her burst, then her skill with 2 charge shots after, it kind of gets a burst back quite quickly. Also, like I've said in a few videos before, if you're ever basing the damage I'm dealing with Wanderer off whether you should also then get Wanderer or shouldn't get him, I really wouldn't recommend doing so, because everyone has different experience of how good they would be. Actually, come to think of it, just before we end it here, I should probably show everyone's build just in case I didn't already. So of course, Wanderer has an insane crit stuff going on there. Not too much energy recharge. The CD reduction here is just because there's 2 Anemos in the party. And he also has a bunch of Anemo damage bonus here. He's got one of the standard 5-star weapons, the Desert Pavilion set, with pretty good stats for the artifacts, I'd say. And then talents, pretty high. And then Farzan, oh, quite high energy recharge, that's for sure, but everything else was kind of you know, not too amazing. The weapon, I don't even know if this is good on her. Got the emblem set with decent-ish artifacts. Some of them could be better, but overall pretty good. C5, as I think I already showed. And then talents. Wait, I haven't leveled up these talents a single time. I can't be bothered to test Wanderer's damage after leveling this up, but let's just assume, I think the burst buffs it, right? Yeah. And then Bennett, I think it's typical kind of stuff. Yeah, not amazing crits. Insane energy recharge, just Favonius weapon, Noblesse for the set. And then for the artifacts, I think it's just health, NG crit, maybe a slight bit of attack. Not really though. C6. And then, well, at least the burst is crowned, which is the important part. And then we've got my boy Zhongli. To be fair, I don't even know if I've properly shown his build at any point before this video. A lot of health. Crits are pretty good.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember.
He remembers the taste of crits are pretty good. NG charge is basically nothing. Got a bit of geo damage bonus. Staff of Homer weapon. Tenacity for the set. With, again, it's like health and crit, basically. C0. And then basically triple ground. And there we have it. So with all of that being said, I'll see you all in the next one.